How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to New Mexico State Men's Basketball News. I'm Marshall, and in today's video, we don't have a whole lot to talk about. Just gonna give you guys a rundown of what's been going on with the program the past week. Still haven't seen anything about a schedule, which I'm hoping to see that very soon. I'd be very surprised if we don't see something by the end of the month. I was talking to Michael Navarre, who's the SID here at NMSU for the athletics. He was telling me that there's still about 3 more games that needs to be scheduled, which makes sense because I know we have our 20 conference games obviously already scheduled. We have the game with UNM, so that's 21. Had the game with Abilene Christian, that's 22. We had the road and road with them, or the home and home, I mean. We also have the 3 games we have to play against non-Division I schools in the state. And then we have the Cancun Challenge where we play 3 games with one of them being a home game that I should be able to go to since it's Thanksgiving break. So that leaves room on the table for 3 more games. Not sure who will play. I think they'll be pretty solid mid-major schools, so maybe get a few more wins if we're lucky. Just some college basketball news in general. I know during the summer, there talks about, moving it from a 31 game regular season to 32. You don't always have to play 31, but that's the max you can play in the regular season. Sometimes they only play about 30. But I think 32 would be a good fit, and hopefully get some more teams maybe playing against a Power 5 school, have a chance to get a big win and, show the world what's up. There's also finally been a transfer portal change. I know these in football, and I'm sure it's with basketball too, where you can only enter the portal one time. So for example, let's say you enter the portal and you decide to, stay at the school you're at, then you can't enter it again. Or if you decide to go to another school, you still can't enter it again. We see guys enter the portal like 4 times, or last year with Seth McGowan for a football team, enter the portal but came back, then entered again to go to Kentucky, where he's balling out, and really wish we'd kept him because, as you guys know, our football team right now, run game's not the best, whereas last year was really good because the guys like Seth McGowan and Mike Washington are both doing their things at other schools. Mike Washington at Arkansas, and Star Thomas is at Tennessee. As you guys know, he was really good for us, with Jerry Kill and stuff. So it's nice to see these former Aggies doing really good things at other schools, but it's also kind of frustrating, like, dang, they were doing that here, and now they're getting more media attention for it. You see Vanderbilt, who's 4-0, Diego Pavi's balling out, doing his thing. Very proud of him and those guys, but again, really wish we could have kept him. But at the same time, it's just money. It's a business at the end of the day, and I understand, people get upset at those guys for leaving, and don't get me wrong, I would have loved for them to stay too. I tell that to people all the time. But, Diego Pavi's making like $4.5 million. How could you turn that down, right? So I think that's a good change. It can really help out. I think that's how it should be. I think players should be given the right to go to the school they want to, obviously, but you shouldn't be changing all the time. That's just messing them up too, because you're at 4 different schools in a year span. I love Keelan Dorsey. He used to play for the Aggies, but he's been at 4 different schools in just, not even a full 3 years yet. It's crazy. It's time to focus the shift mainly just on the Aggies itself. Just kind of want to give a little bit of background knowledge on some stuff I've been figuring out recently. And again, hopefully that schedule comes out very soon. We've talked a little bit on the channel about, 4 Aggies from last year's team: Peter Filipovich, Christian Cook, Deontay Bostic, and Robert Carpenter, all playing professional basketball. Haven't been able to find a whole lot of stats on those guys, but Robert Carpenter has played in a few games. He's currently averaging 16 points in about 22.3 minutes per game. But it said he's only played in 1 game, but I'm pretty sure he's played in at least a few, because you can't play, decimal minutes in a basketball game. That's just not possible. However many games he's played in, averaging 16 points is awesome. He averaged 16 points a year at college basketball at a different school, not with the Aggies, obviously, but still had a lot of games where he was scoring 16 to 20 points per game or more. Averaged double figures with us both years he was here, or I guess this first year was 9.7. This past year was 10.1. Averaged 10 points exactly in his 2 years here. So doing his thing overseas, getting a lot of good dunks, can shoot the ball. I really love Rob's game. He's a really strong guy. Can score in the paint at will and can shoot the ball very well. He's one of those guys that when he's on, he's on. When he's off, he's off. His highs are really high and his lows are really low. So hopefully he can work on finding that balance, and really rooting for him for his success. And hopefully I can keep on doing collaborative posts on Instagram with BCU Luella, which is the professional team he's playing for, and get a lot more content out for you guys and keep you guys updated with how he's doing, because I know he was a fan favorite. I know we've talked a lot about Jamel Jones, but he's just going to be our go-to guy. He's been getting a lot of media attention. Like I said, last year I was just under 19 points per game at Cal State Bakersfield. Every post I see predicting like top 10, top 20, top 30, whatever it may be, scorers in the nation, he's always on that list. Last year, I think he came in at 44th, had a 45-point game last year, was in the top 50 of scoring. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't improve even more this year. He was obviously in the Big West, and now he's in Conference USA, which is kind of hard to say which conference is more competitive. They're both very good, and I feel like he has a chance of doing a lot of really good things for us. Seems like he's going to be a really good leader, has a lot of good experience under his belt. Played 2 really good years at the JUCO level, had a year where he averaged like 26, another year where he averaged 33 at a different school. He's been at a different school each year. He's about the same age as me, which again, it's like super weird covering these guys and them being the same age or me even be older than some of them. Jakaya Contave is the newest member of the Aggie program. He will be an incoming freshman next year. So we already have 3 freshmen coming next year, which is huge. He's part of the class of 2026 as a 6'1" guard, 3-star recruit. So we have 3 guys coming in next year. So after this year's team, we'll at least have 3 more guys coming in. We'll probably have at least 4 to 5 returners, I would assume. And it's just really good that Coach Hooten's been trying to build something for the future, and we have a lot of good young guys. You know, assuming, let's say, Gabe and Jacoby stay because they stayed over this past year. We have Omar Smith, Augustine Ekway, some more young guys that would hopefully stay for the future. Adding these 3 youngsters coming in as well. Nice young team to build on for the future, and Coach Hooten always brings in some really good seniors. I think it's good to have a mix of both because obviously you're going to lose those seniors. We also need guys that are returners that can be good leaders and for years to come. I want to talk about 2 former Aggies that were on the team last year that are still in Las Cruces, I believe. Marvin Cox is a big name you guys want to know about. Not too sure where he's not on the team anymore, but I've seen him on campus a few times. Seen him off campus in Las Cruces as well, hanging out with some of his homeboys. He was actually at Papa John's the other day, I believe. Looked like from a distance. So wasn't able to talk to him either time, but I'm not too sure what's going on, why he's on the team or anything like that. But I'm not going to bring it up to him because that could be a personal thing. Don't want to get into all that. But if he ever tells me anything, I'll definitely let you guys know. Right before I came in here, I had class, and then right after class, I was walking around with my friend Dayami, who's also helping me out with the sports public relations for the school. So really cool for that, or media relations, you know, whatever you want to call it. We were walking, we saw this dude from the distance that looked really tall, so I was like, oh man, that's one of the basketball players. And I swear like Christopher Baiku, who played on the team last year, the last 2 years actually, had an injury that first year he was here when he came midway through the season, but was able to play a full season last year. Didn't get a whole lot of PT, but when he went in, he did his thing and did his best. Like I said, it looked just like him, so unless he has a look-alike, I think it was definitely him. He's probably still in school getting his degree, but he's already, you know, maxed out his college eligibility. But it's cool to see him still coming back and, you know, working hard in the classroom. That's going to close it out for the video today, talking about the Aggies itself. I do want to mention on a personal note, I was at the press conference for football today for their game against UNM earlier this week, and I was able to ask Coach Hooten about, you know, the importance of having, you know, returners come back who have played in that type of environment before. Gave me a lengthy answer, so it was awesome. If you go to YouTube or go to the NFU football account online and just watch the press conference from September 22nd, aka today, I think it's about the midway point at around the 9:30 mark. It's about a 17.5-minute video. Is where I asked the questions. So if you guys want to go watch that, be my guest. Thought it was pretty cool to be in there. It was my first press conference I've been to, and pretty much everyone else there, besides me and my friend Gabe, who went for our, you know, the story we're writing for Crimson Wire, which is the school news website. They're all pros. They know what they're doing, so they're asking a lot of questions. So we were trying to kind of fit our questions in there. I was able to ask around the midway point, and you know, whenever Michael, the SID, asked if there was any more questions anybody want to ask, Gabe was able to throw one in there. I wanted to maybe throw one in more at the end, just asking about Ryan Hawk. If you guys watched last game, he missed a 51 and a 53-yarder, both long kicks, but wish he would have made at least one of them. But he made his kicks the prior game, so I was going to kind of ask like his Coach Sanchez's confidence in him bouncing back. But it's okay, at least ask one is better than none. And I feel like as time goes on, I'll be able to ask more questions and be more comfortable. A little nervous going into it, but now that I did it once, you know, I'll keep on getting more confident as time goes on. And obviously it's for the UNM game, so there's going to be a lot more media in there. I'm sure for when it's Sam Houston or, you know, in Middle Tennessee, Kennesaw State, whatever it may be for any home or away game, there'll be a little bit less people. When it's the UTEP game, probably a lot of people. That's also Thanksgiving breaks. I'm not sure if I'll be able to go, but I also will be here during Thanksgiving breaks. Maybe I'll be able to go and work. We'll see how it all goes, obviously. That's going to close it out for the video today. Let me know in the comments what type of videos you guys want to see. I will make my starting five prediction in about a month because I think our season starts November 3rd, I believe. We'll probably have a scrimmage maybe about a week before then. And once the schedule comes out, I really want to make a video on that. So hopefully the schedule comes out soon. Maybe today, that'd be awesome. I know last year came out on a Monday, but it would have been the week before this. So it was like 53 weeks ago exactly today is when it came out. I know they're still having a hard time getting that schedule fixed. And when I talked to Michael on Wednesday, he's not too sure when it'll come out, but hopefully sooner than later. But yeah, other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out.